I've often thought over the years about the concept of too big to fail. The very concept belies the fundamental principle of capitalism that you have just as much opportunity to fail as succeed in your ventures. It also underscores a failure to appreciate history in which empires have risen and fallen, nations and power centers have risen and fallen. Nothing stands forever, at least nothing stands in a static relationship with everything else forever. China and Egypt have been around for a long time, but neither are considered dominant players throughout much of history. Egypt at one point was a very leading player in its part of the world, but it was primarily a player that was secure in its part of the world. China, of course, is threatening on the world stage now to overtake the United States economically and perhaps militarily. But the whole issue of too big to fail, as it's been parlayed since the 2008 banking crisis up through today, means that we have many institutions and many individuals who are responsible for decisions made in those institutions that have been propped up despite undergoing circumstances that should have resulted in their collapse and an opportunity for somebody else to step in and try to accomplish the objectives of business, of society, etc. The whole concept of too big to fail is now so ingrained that we've decided to identify certain institutions and certain ways of doing things as things that must be maintained at all cost. The ultimate cost, of course, is going to be the failure of the whole system in the American way. And for those who think that that's impossible, they only need to look at history and realize that nothing is deemed to last forever. So as we enter into the 2024 election, just a couple of weeks away as I record this, we have to ask ourselves if anybody, in fact, is being realistic about the state of the world, the state of the United States' place in the world, and what we're doing to address the fundamental issues that underscore the position in which we find ourselves. I would suggest that we need to abandon this too big to fail idea, as I think that part of our problem is that we've forgotten what it means to have multiple ideas from multiple sources working on issues to try to come up with the best solution. Whether we're talking medicine, finance, anything at all, we've lost the idea of what might yet be as we focus on trying to keep together what is, because those who understandably are successful in the context of what is don't want to give up on their success. But we've lost sight of a world in which somebody can develop a way to construct and distribute computers in their garage to become a multi-billion dollar business. And we now think that the government should underwrite with multi-billion dollars investments into systems and ways of doing things that they think will work only to fail. As Silicon Valley Bank's bailout last year demonstrated, the rules no longer apply if, in fact, you are deemed too important into the way America is to be allowed to fail. We need to have some more failures before the whole system ultimately collapses. Thank you very much. Look forward to hearing what you have to say. Bye bye. Thank you very much for your time. I've got a couple other videos listed here if you'd like to take a look at those. And as I'd like to discuss issues related to politics, religion, society, and how in the world we're supposed to understand ourselves and life in the world. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Bye bye.